I'll be in touch when you reach your destination. Welcome to Paris. We have been informed that the Syndicate is currently in operation here, but you know what to do. However, they're on high alert, so you need to be careful. Be careful, 47. And most of all, good luck.
What the hell? Smoke. Not like that. Look good at just about anything. Oh, the dress looks perfect on you. All right, come on, you're on. Remember to lick your teeth. Any lipstick there, do we? Make you look like where you're going. What can I say? You're this will surely be a blow to the Syndicate. Okay, I'll take a look. What the? Huh?
work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate.
Huh.
Say what? What?
Palace owner specifically told us do not touch the museum.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Huh.
I have hardware, if you're interested.
Sure.
Have a nice day. Come back whenever.
Oh! Oh, I forgot the axe. You freak. All the time.
Good work back there. The Syndicate took a serious blow, but there is still much work to get done. Recuperate and prepare for your next assignment. You've done well, 47. We now have information on the Syndicate leader's current whereabouts. I've provided you with new intel. voyage, 47. Welcome to Whittleton Creek. We did it. We have managed to locate the leader. However, their identity is unknown. So to assist you, I have some intel that might help you on your mission. But this is not going to be easy. Previous actions have put them on high alert, so you need to be tactical. Nevertheless, we do know this. They are here for a business meeting. We also know that they have no hair. They are wearing earrings, they are wearing glasses, and wearing a necklace. We also know that the target is a smoker, and they suffer from dehydration. I hope these tells can be used to your advantage. Godspeed, 47.
And Mr. Wilson just keeps standing by the grill, even though there's clearly no more gas on it. I know.
People say he carved himself a set of dentures out of a slab of monsters.
Listen, I swear I have a license for it. I just don't bring it.
Hey, you. You need anything?
Poor old man's backyard.
Calm down, Demolition Man. Unless it's a flesh-eating mutant mole.
Maybe.
I'm here if you need money. It's me.
You called? Yes.
I know they're coming for dinner. I have to finish my round. I'm pretty sure I thought they were supposed to be quiet.
Traitor is eliminated. Well done, 47. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later. Well done, 47. Excellent, 47. You took down the Syndicate, but we have intel that there are more connected. Eliminate them all. You will be well rewarded. Prepare and let me know when you are ready. be in touch when you reach your destination. Welcome to New York. The Syndicate is currently operating in the area. Find them and eliminate. However, they're on high alert, so you need to be careful. Good luck, 47.
You want to have a look?
Oh yeah, I get it.
What?
Stupid hot down today.
Do not turn on the AC. Might be a little warm in here. Those exhaust fans are horrible.
I know.
Sorry, we're head section off this area for now.
The head of security suspects at least it's not as bad as that time in Queens. Remember that? Oh, 6,006 incinerated files we had to tape together? Don't remind me.
Yeah. This isn't so terrible
And
after
the
all.
camera looks broken.
Nothing to
Who's
report.
gonna know?
Sorry, not on my watch.
Steady paycheck.
Wow.
In the corridor, there's nothing here.
There's trouble. Getting gear.
Command, please acknowledge. Come in, command. Someone's causing trouble.
You there? You need anything? I might just have what you need.
You have no idea.
Thank you. You know where I am if you need anything else. Damn.
hit every quota they threw at me. How could she do this? I can't fire her.
For my wife after the transaction. I always forget. Okay. I'm good for time. Don't want to be with these people.
Oh.
Okay. Oh no.
And yet again, I'm lost. Crime.
Everything seems to be normal on the 3rd. Good.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
Help here clean this mess up.
Stop. These files aren't working through themselves.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
So are we just supposed to let anyone from IT in there?
That's right. That's right. You know how crap the whole building is. The wires.
This doesn't look good.
Have you seen Savalas down here recently?
She never comes down. She's the first to look over all.
Hi, it's me. Yeah.
Impressive work, 47. Let me know when you're ready for your next assignment. I'll be in touch when you reach your destination. Welcome to the Scepter, Dubai. The Syndicate is currently operating in the area. Find them and eliminate. But be careful. They're on high alert. We don't want them to slip away. You know what to do, 47.
Love to fit, my friend.
Welcome, Cornelia Stuyvesant. Oh, you're here. How wonderful. You know, I didn't...
Hello? Any update on my replacement guard?
I'll call you as soon as you can. What was that?
Okay. But with a small loan from my father, I soon built up a construction empire.
Command, nothing suspicious. Everything clear.
So, I would like to thank my cousin.
Of course, sir. We'll let you know.
Good.
Hey, you! What are you doing wandering around here where you're not? Only supposed to be doing your job. Some man trespassing. Thank you for your help.
Sounds like we have some sort of situation in progress. Let's go. I understand.
J, Q, what the heck? Target someone!
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate.
Come with me. Right behind it.
But I like listening to the radio. Our Royal Highness has never complained about it before. It sounds like quite the party down there.
So are you telling me I can't do my job?
I'm sorry, Mr. Ingram gave specific instructions. No noise of any kind. He's working, he doesn't want to disturb.
Come in, command!
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate.
Target has gone AWOL.
Man!
Call sign Niner.
We got some trouble.
We got a possible homicide here.
Show yourself. It's up to you.
This is Papa Charlie. I have arrived at the location and it looks clear. Over.
Shit!
Yeah.
Why? Just wondered if you got the briefing on the lockdown drill.
I got it.
Hey, what company is that? Hang in there. Paramedics are on the way.
Stand up straight, you freak!
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
$6,000 for something you're just gonna walk on all day? No. My wife sent me a link as a joke, and now all I see online are ads for these fucking shoes. Should be a box.
just have the one drink. I'm sure if I'm needed out there, one of the
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Want to buy something?
Lead the way.
Good choice. You know where I am if you need more.
Impressive work, 47. Let me know when you're ready for your next assignment.
I really don't want to fucking do this shot.
Safe journey, 47. Welcome to Hokkaido. We have intel that the Syndicate is active in the area, but they are on high alert, so tread carefully or they will slip away. Be careful, 47.
Be above you. See what that was all about, would you?
Are you in any way involved in this? Oh, no!
This is Alpha 3. How copy you?
Stop right there!
Now let go of the body, nice and easy. Hey!
Stand down! Stand!
Holy fuck!
Is that?
It's in the corridor! What? I strongly suggest you all get the hell out of here. Yeah. What's happening?
Target's gone! Got nothing out in the cold. What the hell is going on?
Fuck, guys.
How unfortunate. It rather appears that you ran out of luck. Back to the drawing board.
What are we fucking doing today? Back to the drawing board. Get back to that cunt.
Bad luck, 47. Failing the campaign has resulted in the Syndicate going into hiding. But don't give up. I'm sure your next execution will be perfect.
Oh, shut up, Diana. I think it's nothing. Fucking pathetic. I think it's all gonna be shit. Yep. Oh shit. I don't want to have safes. I'm not fucking kicking around with your fucking silent assassin shit.
Bon voyage, 47. Welcome to Bangkok. Intel tells us that there are syndicate members in the area. I trust that you can find them and eliminate them. But be careful. They're on high alert. We don't want them to slip away. Be careful, 47.
Okay, who's gonna go and check out that scary noise? Do you mind? Go have a look.
Yep.
No way!
Now they're not even letting guests inside.
The lounge. They closed it off.
Yeah.
No, sir, you're gonna have to stand back. This area is off limits.
Okay.
It's gang food.
Good day, sir.
People pay good money to stay here. We're not second class citizens just because we owe them money. There you are, Holly.
Central on here now, and area clear. Over.
Oh, I Google grabbed it. Oh yeah, I did.
Who is throwing stuff around here? Come on!
Is someone messing with me?
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
Hey, so, did I tell you why I'm after you?
Oh, hi.
Say what? Excuse me. Are you rich? What did it say?
What's that?
Pesticides so close to the ventilation valve.
Whoa, relax, Chief. I got it covered, okay? Besides, even at this compound...
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the syndicate. Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
Aaron's birthday is today?
Yeah, but don't say anything yet. Right.
Oh, right. No, I'm just comatose today. No, I'm good, thanks. I'll pop down in a moment.
Yeah, so you keep saying.
What do you care? Dexy Barrett is Jordan's manager. He's not the boss of us.
Who's in 04 anyway?
She didn't say. But he's...
Hey! Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate. Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch.
I just saw a guy acting totally weird. You should check him out. Hey, you. How about doing your job?
Thank God you're here! I need help! I saw this pervert carrying a weapon. Yeah, a weapon!
I need a description. What can you tell me about it?
Yes?
I hope it wasn't disgusting.
Huh?
Hello?
Is Lisa? Oh!
Stay put. I'll look into it.
Be careful now.
What the hell?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Come on, chest out, chin up.
Oh, Allah. Oh, fuck. Come on, pal. Turn around.
You got a problem, sir? You move around like somebody kicked your ass real bad.
You were going to tell me about that performance in Barcelona.
Oh, yeah, man.
Barrett.
Mr. Cross, Dexy Barrett, I have to report you.
Come on, Dixie.
Still, it took some very hard work on my part. So that's the situation. I left a note for your boy. Who will you be sending? Scumbag lawyer, Ken Morgan. That's an expensive errand boy. I believe the price is...
I don't know you. Who are you? Oh, shit.
On the area. Yeah, okay, I hear you.
Dunno. Don't really want anything. Still like a bamboo water artichoke. Not my favorites. What the hell?
Impressive work you did back there. I'm ready when you've prepped the next assignment. Bon voyage, 47. Welcome to Whittleton Creek. We have intel that the Syndicate is active in the area. But be careful. They're on high alert. We don't want them to slip away. Be careful, 47.
You know the exterminator guy who's working on Batty's house?
Same guy who just did Cassidy, right?
Yeah. So, I let him use the green shipping container to store some chemicals. I asked him if it was poisonous, but he assured me that it was only a sleeping agent. Get this, he told me that he doesn't kill the bugs, he only sedates them, so that he can set them free later.
Let me get this straight. He's an exterminator who cares about the lives of insects. What a weirdo.
I thought so too. But then, he told me this story about his pet monster.
Have you seen the janitor's oddball nurse who's at it again?
Oh, yeah, the bird guy.
I think he comes early.
Hey, did you grab the pack of smokes that was thrown over the fence from the old guy's garden?
No, man. I'm trying to stop.
Ah, well. You know, I think someone in there is trying to...
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
Yeah, I'm here now. No, nothing. It's quiet here. Over. Roger that. Moving to lap location. Out.
Listen, I swear I have a license for it. I just don't bring it with me. You can't just confiscate my property. I need it to get rid of this rescuing the basic hole in this poor old man's backyard.
Calm down, Demolition Man. Unless it's a flesh-eating mutant mole, you don't need it. We're getting
Hey, you. You need anything?
Absolutely.
Good choice.
You know where I am. God damn it.
Everything looks good.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate.
I have to tell you, these are the best muffins I ever had.
Hola, compadre, it's me. Yes, I still have a fumigation unit hooked up to Mr. Casterly's house. I'll remove both units when I'm done with Mr. Patty's house. He's more cost-efficient like that. No, I didn't get him to upgrade. Our expensive chemicals are deadly. You know I won't use chemical weapons on innocent, defenseless animals. Well, you do things your way, I do things my way. Good. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey, honey, it's me. It's going okay. I just really miss you and the princess. It's just... It's always the same. People think I'm crazy just because I care about the lives of insects. You know how I feel about that. If I go into another line of work, somebody else will take my place. This is where I can make a real difference. You don't think I'm crazy, right?
That's you?
I love you too.
Very well. Listen.
Bye.
You people completed your work on my house last week. But there's still all your machines cluttering up my garden. I talked to your man, but he claims it's done by... Say, you guys haven't been poking around the frog habitat behind this house. No. Oh, okay, great. It's just that, well, I saw one of those security people from Mr. Dennis's house and he was burying something back there.
Say what?
You guys working together? You might know about it.
Can't say that I do. I just heard a weird noise. I'm bury a lot of stuff back there.
You wouldn't believe what I found. I wouldn't even be surprised if we uncovered Jimmy Hoffa's remains back there someday. Okay. All right. Well, I'll just leave you to it.
Command, nothing suspicious. Everything's clear.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
Help? Please. Don't just stand there. Do something. Do we have a description of who we're looking for?
Excellent work back there, 47. Let me know when you're ready to continue. I'll be waiting. Well done, 47. We now know the current whereabouts of the syndicate leader. I've provided you with new intel. I'll be in touch when you reach your destination. Welcome to Veneto Yates, Argentina. We now know the leader's current location. However, as we don't know the exact description, this means you will have to do your own recon. But be careful. They're on high alert. We don't want them to slip away. To help you, we have the following information. They are here to attend a business meeting. As for the little identification we have on them, we know that they have brown hair. They are wearing a necklace. They are wearing earrings. And glasses. Furthermore, your target suffers from dehydration. And they smoke. Use these traits to your advantage. Don't disappoint, 47. Good luck.
Not just a puddle either. We're talking knee deep. The whole place looked like a horror movie. I called Yates.
I saw those stunning pictures of the fresco.
PTSD, huh? You buy it?
It's not.
It's the damnedest thing to be sure. Thank God it's fine beer.
Would you care for an aperitif?
Bienvenidos to the Nieda.
Guys like Yates don't retire.
Valentina must be over the moon about John slipping down. 2, 1, and...
For more than 2 decades. Oh my gosh, be careful. The ground's super loose here. If we fall, we're
47th, the target is trying to escape. Don't let that happen. Congratulations, 47th. Leader is eliminated, sending a clear message. Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch.
Shit!
Great, now go do whatever it is you guys do. Hey, yes, what's going on? What's going on here? What happened in Central? Nothing to worry about. Fine. Out. Hey, you! What seems to be the problem here? Hey, copia! What's going on? Not over.
Quickly!
Bullshit around and get your ass in gear.
Understood. The longer this goes on, the more vulnerable we are.
Clear.
I need to leave.
Here, I know it.
Get out of here.
Bienvenidos to Viñeda Yates. Gracias, señor. Enjoy the party.
In mysterious ways. I just don't get his fascination.
CEO of Kronstadt. I dare say congratulations are in order.
Close call, though. I was third in the line of succession, after Robert and Sierra Knox.
What a fancy suits down there.
Really, I don't want to hear it.
only spin, but they made the...
Huh. That's cool, though. I was third in the line of succession.
See, it's a trick.
He wants something from her. Probably what he says.
No. We got out.
Oh, it's just that one of Yates's clients is the rival. Well done, 47.
There's obviously a time difference. Wasn't as bad as when the events are in the morning. Actually, we started to enjoy the event in the afternoon. By the time the end was happening, it was dark here till like nighttime. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble 2026 in Saudi Arabia.
Well, let's talk about the time controversy over there. And try to figure, because obviously I did not watch this live, and thank God for it. I would have gone on a rampage and would have melted the snow, screaming out.
Well done, 47. The Syndicate has been eliminated. However, I have intel that there are more
time in the United States. What was the official start time here?
And you will be well
in our
Get back to me when you're ready.
Okay, so that means that apparently they started it at 10 o'clock at night in Saudi Arabia. In Riyadh, the actual town it was in, because it was a 4-hour show and it ended at 2 o'clock in the morning. Have you ever heard of advertising an event you've got in a stadium that's supposed to draw tens of thousands of people and it doesn't start till 10 o'clock at night?
And I think you hit on a few things there that we're going to talk about. One, just how many people were there. And two, if they're starting it that late, what does it mean when you do the largest fireworks show in history at the end? How many people did you wake up? How many people thought the war had begun?
Well, but also, here's another thing that somebody said, and I was like, wow, that's true. It's got to be true. Now, somebody can tell me if it is, but it's got to be when you think about it. It's Saturday night, right? So we're all going, it's Saturday night, people off work Sunday or whatever. There's no reason for people to be off work on Sundays in Saudi Arabia. They said in Saudi Arabia, Sunday is a work day for many people. Brian, why in the United States, a place you're more familiar with, is most people don't work on Sunday?
I mean, it goes back a long way. That's because of church.
Church. They don't believe in the same fellow. So why would Sunday be a day off for them? Now, somebody said that on the interwebs, but maybe now we can get our well-versed in global geography and religiosity experts out there to go, is Sunday a big deal in Saudi Arabia?
Actually, we've heard from several listeners who are in Saudi Arabia, so we do have an audience who listens there, so we'll hear from someone.
So otherwise, they keep these people out till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then while people are just snoozing, even if they're not part of the festivities, they get the fireworks.
I guess we'll get there. That's the very end there. But no, we actually, trying to pull it up now. The Cultic Corner Facebook group, there was something written by one of the Saudi Arabian listeners about just a miserable experience at the show trying to get water. Apparently water wasn't...
Safe journey.
Here's another thing. They built a stadium in a month to hold 25,000 people is what they said on the broadcast. So we'll go with that. 25,000. They built a stadium to hold 25,000 people, and from a parking lot in a month. Did they have time to put in the state-of-the-art concessions and the big arenas are used to?
Intel tells us that
Go
the
out and
operative
get
syndicate members are currently in the area.
overpriced food,
Track them down
massive
and bring them to
schlongy
your
hot
office.
dogs, and
However,
whatever the fuck.
this is no walk in the park. They are on high alert, so you need to be
Basically,
careful.
here's a
You know what to do.
goddamn stand with a pitcher. Hold your cup out.
Well, Jim, I have a letter here. I'll read it. This is from...
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
In Saudi Arabia, he's got what they call the Barnett Fix Loop. I've heard from him in the past.
I recognize his name.
Jim Cornette. You're going to think I'm exaggerating. I swear to God, I'm not. So I'm in Riyadh. I buy my ticket. I do the responsible adult thing. I show up early, like 5 p.m. Because usually the show starts around 7 and wraps by midnight. I'm thinking,
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the
catch the
syndicate.
pre-show, vibe, then go home and sleep like a functioning member of society. Brother. And decided to start the show at 10 p.m. It's okay. Not 7, not 8, not 9, 10. In a country where Sunday is a work day for a lot of people. So the crowd looks like it's been drafted into a shift at a factory, and the main event hasn't even clocked in yet. And then the real main event began, finding water. There was basically a water shortage. And if you wanted a bottle, you had to stand in a line in front of a restaurant like you're rationing supplies in a 1970s documentary. I'm not even being poetic. I was literally thinking, so, this is how civilizations fall.
I have a license for it.
The funniest part?
Don't bring
They
it.
didn't use the established arena setup they usually use for WWE shows. Nice dining areas, proper bathrooms, and most importantly, water. Indeed, some genius said, you know what the fans want? Barracks in a parking lot in the financial district so the camera can look at the nice buildings. So there I am, a grown man, a paying customer, running in a parking lot like a dehydrated extra from a post-apocalyptic movie, thinking,
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear
when the
within the
competition
syndicate.
finally started, I was
Return to the
already
surface.
trained.
Collect yourself.
And here's the
I'll be
part
in
that
touch.
makes me sound like a quitter. I tapped out and went home. I left after the women's match. Not because I'm not a fan, but because I've got a transplant patient to look after the next day, and it's almost midnight, and I'm standing in a parking lot, waiting for permission to hydrate. So yes, I left the room.
Yes. I think he comes
Let's
early.
clip that, frame it, and hang it in the Wrestling Observer Hall of Shame. If they ever do WrestleMania like that, I'm predicting an epic logistical disaster. Biblical proportions, like that local instance. But it's just me searching for a water bottle. Regards.
Oh my God, so that brings up a very
You wanna buy something? I got it all.
over here.
After you.
And are they? I found out apparently it's been reported that the reason why they did it, the do-it-yourself stadium, was because they have 4 stadiums in that fucking town, and they all 4 had soccer games that day. Did you see this?
I did not see that. I'm not surprised. Again, the kingdom, the prince, Riyadh sees all his kids spending endless amounts of money to get as much stuff there all the time. I'm not surprised.
But you know, I don't know whether the government was behind all of the soccer games, but you know,
I've seen items they're behind all of nothing happens over there without the government.
what kind of stupid scheduling is that? Where they could certainly have figured out if we're going to spend however much it was for the Royal Rumble, because they get $50 million for just the normal shows. So 100 million, whatever the fuck.
Oh,
Jeez, darling, I'm so have the 3 soccer games going on that day. How are they all running this stuff against other stuff? But besides that, WrestleMania, they're used to being able to report a crowd of 50 or 60 or 70,000 or whatever, the big stadium, blah, blah, blah. And now, because they're getting paid, but are they going to give that, and here's a pistol and a snowbank and a part-time stadium, and people lined up across the street and get a bottle of water.
Well, I gotta think for WrestleMania, it has to be a bigger and better setup than this. I was surprised. They're building a stadium from scratch. Stadium, if we're gonna call it that. I didn't know that all the stadiums they have there are being filled up, but even if you get past the idea that at times it looked empty, whether it was or wasn't into that, it didn't seem like that impressive a crowd because you're paying all this money to TKO for the rights to have these events over there. It's a show. They buy the show. WWE isn't getting any money off the gate or anything else. It's a full show. For them to do it in front of 20,000 people, and it doesn't even look like it at times. And then you find out it's the middle of the night over there. Against 4 soccer games. It makes you, it's almost like they were in politics into something. He wasn't a politician yet. When WrestleMania was in Trump Plaza, the energy was lacking. Because Donald Trump and all the other higher rulers were sitting right inside of our wrestling fans. You had people just staring at the ring. You didn't have people reacting to the WWF fans at that time in 88, 89. Reacting. That was the biggest news coming out of those WrestleManias in the business and amongst people who followed the inside business was Jesus Christ. It was just deathly power of an atmosphere. And at times, the atmosphere for the Royal Rumble was questionable, and at other times, the fans were really into it. Now, they seem to be about 99% male. I saw a couple of young children who were girls. I don't know if I saw any adult women there.
Good work back there. The Syndicate took a serious blow, but there is still much work to get done. Recuperate and prepare for your next assignment.
Was it empty? Were the reflectors on the seats causing people to think seats were empty because they were seeing that whitish, grayish hair? It seemed to me, at times, there were a lot of people not in seats. And then at other times, it's being full. And at other times, the lights were, it seemed empty. So what are your thoughts on all this? It's blowing my mind, man. They're there and then they're not, and there's people, and I'm hitting it, and they're in my head, man. I was going to basically ask you the same thing. I was going to say, what's your impression of how many people were there? Because I stared, and then I thought, and then I looked and looked back, and I at one point thought that they were auditioning or trying out some kind of new goddamn AI bullshit to fuck us up some kind of way, so they didn't have to fucking have people in the building. All of those things that you said have some semblance of contribution to this. And the reason why we're going into this is because that was a big topic online and amongst the fans watching all the empty seats. Well, there aren't any empty seats. Well, there are. And optical illusions did come into play in some of this. It was a self-inflicted wound. Because the way they built the stadium and the seats, there is some odd round white dot. Would that be the way you would describe it? Just a round white dot. I don't know how round it looked almost. Different numbers may have been rounded, but almost rectangular. It's like one of these things. When you look at this, do you see a fucking green bullfrog or a goddamn orange kangaroo? It's insane. Early on in the show, there was a camera shot where I thought, wow, there's a bunch of empty seats. But then later on, when they shot that
Welcome to Hokkaido. The Syndicate is currently operating in the area. Find them and eliminate.
There was an element
but this is not going to be easy. Previous
with the
actions have put them on
reflector,
high alert,
whatever the
so you
fucking
need to be tactical. Good luck,
diagram
47.
was on those seats and the seating configuration, where it's like the lighting effect they had on a big show several months ago. We called that it draws your eye to that, and you can't tell whether there's people in a seat. But then again, having said that, there were shots that I saw that it didn't look like there was anybody, but maybe they were all out roaming around trying to find water. There wasn't vast sections of empty seats, but there were. It seemed like there were empty seats, viewable empty seats, visible in a number of places throughout the show. How many bathrooms do if it was that much trouble to get a drink? How far do you have to go and how long do you have to wait to take a piss? And again, that's something in a temporary stadium. You know, what the fuck? You can't have extensive plumbing done in that amount of time, even if you got slave labor working 24 hours a day trying to build a pyramid.
Shut up, don't I look like
Hush or the Invisible Mexican?
It's such an impressive thing. Hey. The most impressive stage they've ever had for a Royal Rumble. Yeah, well, see, they're used to putting those up and taking them down in several days. Big television productions, it's all portable, but not
bad form, dude. You stole my idea.
Facilities.
Hey, look, asshole. Maybe you can find someone else to emulate. How about, I don't know, Jordan Cross? He's hot, right?
Wow, this is super embarrassing.
At least we don't attend the same social circles.
Shut up,
you fucking next to the bed. Because the bed was really bright enough that you set your eye right there. And sometimes next to it, you can see a dot. And sometimes there was clearly nothing there. You would almost think they were bringing in people by like the wave. Like, you know, all right, your turn, you in, now you're out, you in, you out. I don't know what would cause that, but there were definitely
Jason
times
Portman.
they were packed, and I saw people.
Please come to the hospital entrance.
You know, look at how empty it is.
A doctor will escort you to a chair. That was for Mr. Jason Portman. A doctor will escort
something caused by those fans that cause you not to see human beings. And
you to your appointment. Please proceed to the hospital entrance.
Here, well, it's a tropical illusion. But you couldn't get a good grip on it as to, you know, but again, there could have been not major exoduses of, you know, thousands of people in the same section, but lots of people roaming around trying to find food, water, and a fucking pot to piss in when it's coming out. But it's still not, that crowd was not the level of what we have come to expect size-wise of these major events, but they grossed already tens of millions of dollars more than if they'd had 50,000 people there in, you know, a major football stadium in this country.
I wish. I have 2 lessons booked, but I just got informed that I have been bumped back in the queue.
Fair show. That's what we always wanted. All the territories.
Oh, man.
Well, like Vern didn't, and Vince, you know, Senior didn't, but the Southern
Mr. Portman.
territories, and even
Perfect
Texas.
timing. Follow me to the consultation room, if you please.
Where
You must be
Thomas
eager to see
County
the new
Fair
you.
came once a year in the summer.
You people really need
The entertainment.
Gentlemen, Mr. Portman is with
How you
me.
been?
No need to bother him with unnecessary security measures. I hope you're holding up all right. I read the latest test results that Kai published on the internal network. You're in good shape, Mr. Portman. Might want to cut back on the sake, but otherwise you're doing well. Should be able to go back home real soon.
And it didn't matter because if you did, you just put people in a garden gave them enough that you could still make money. And that's what, OVW, we did that. In Smoky Mountain, we went and set up at Fair Board conventions early in the year when they were booking their talent, and boom. And this is just, how many more times is
$50 million than $5,000.
Too crowded and too little feet. Pampered weaklings with their delicates.
Hey, need anything? I got some cool stuff.
I never sold a state fair show, but I worked on a couple. Crockett, I think, got 50 grand from the Indiana State Fair.
Of course.
It was at the Ohio State. Nevertheless,
They didn't have any oil. That's the difference right there. So they didn't have to get a stupid amount of money.
but the point is, it's still the same thing.
You know where I am if you need anything else.
And instead of working in a mud field, followed by the fucking, what do they call it? The goddamn bungee jumping off of the our truck lift immediately after the matches, they had fireworks.
We'll get to those big fireworks at the end. So I guess in conclusion, on the question of if there were fans there or not, your answer is?
There was a lot of them. I don't think the place was jam-packed, but I think also there was somewhat of an optical illusion that led you, and then maybe as we find out that it started going on 2 a.m. in the morning, some of them may have started to trickling out already. So all of these things are true.
Well, Jim, of course, the opening match at the Royal Rumble was the Women's Royal Rumble. One of my favorite women's matches of the year. It's always lots of fun. You get to see who's really good. You get to see who's really bad. What did you think of this year, the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble?
Are you just trying to pep me up to go into this thing? Well, it's always one of my favorite matches of the year.
It's fun. It's fun. It's the Women's Royal Rumble.
What do you think? Oh, jeez, oh, Pete. Here's what I did this year. Because I say this every time, this year, even just this time. I say this every time that we have to do this, where there's a Royal Rumble or an Elimination Chamber or some goddamn cataclysmic ball of doom match. That we gotta have the girls do it before the guys do it. Now you've seen 2 of them and the So what I decided to do this year was so that it wouldn't spoil the taste of my mouth for a Royal Rumble, I would watch the Men's Rumble first, and then I'd watch the Women's Rumble. And then, Brian, I'll have you know...
Does this mean you gave it a chance?
No, because then I was about to say, I'll have you know, you had the opposite effect, because the Men's Rumble was so fucking boring that it killed it for me for the Women's Rumble. But I put it all
You heard some strange noises.
I jotted down who was in it, and I watched it closely for the last 5 minutes. Because did I mention, no I haven't, but I will, this thing went 1 hour. 1 hour and fucking 15 fucking minutes.
With new people coming in to keep it fresh. It's a fun match. It's the Royal Rumble.
Don't know what new people coming in to keep it fresh.
You never know who it could be. Will be the person you saw last week on TV or a surprise Bella. You don't know. It's a mystery of the Rumbles.
Hey, you.
Well,
Yeah, you.
The mystery to me is why that they can. Why don't they do it like Dusty? Remember
Looking
when every
sharp.
year Dusty had the Bunkhouse Stampede Battle Royals? All the guys, 25 or 28 of them or whatever, and they got dressed up in their bunkhouse gear, and they had a big bunkhouse battle royal.
The same guy.
Okay.
Well, not all of them. Sometimes some of the other guys won some of the battle royals, but he won the big one. But nevertheless, in the fall of 80, or the winter of 88, he did the manager's bunkhouse battle royal. Because he realized he had like 7 managers. It was, me, Paul Lee, Humperdinck, Gary Hart, Paul Jones, J.J. Dillon. I'm leaving somebody else out. And we had, did I say Gary? Well, if I didn't say Gary Hart was in there. And the point is, it didn't last long. It was a little mini version. It was like an appetizer, a little soup son, a poo-poo.
Hey.
And then they had, instead of 6
Excuse me,
managers,
sir,
they had
drop
fucking 5 guys or whatever in the red. Why can't we do 10 women Royal Rumble? Just give me the top 10.
Wake up. It's happening.
Why?
Command, I'm here now, and the area is clear. Over.
Again, it's one of the more enjoyable matches of the year, usually.
How are you? Who is now
Hey,
paying
I need some help here.
Clear
out of here, now!
Giant VR
Anyone copy?
Let me try to get you over a little negative train. Because you haven't even talked to EOSI yet, so I know your negative train is going to derail and take a bunch of other trains with it. Let me ask you this. 2 questions.
Yes.
Based on what I watched and what I saw.
Command, area is clear. Please advise. Over.
Okay. Ruka, I actually don't know how to pronounce your last name, but it's every time I saw Ruka, I believe it is.
Yes.
And also, while everyone else is raving about it, did you think Lash Legend kind of looked not ready? I don't know. Those are my 2 big thoughts.
I have continued to think that Lash Legend, because remember I said we saw her in developmental. We started watching this fiasco 5-6 years ago. And she was doing the Wendy Williams talk show takeoff. But then I said to her a couple months ago, if this is good as they've got her in 5 years, I don't think she's going to live long enough.
Suck it in.
And that's the thing, is that you've got talent in this match, much like the men's match, which we'll talk about in great detail. And let the girls, I think it hurt the girls, they had more time than the guys did to actually do anything, because all their fucking entrances took 3/4 the time they had before the next guy comes in.
Where Invisible Man is.
But in this case, we had to see just all of these girls do a lot of these things that nobody has any business to do.
He said his startup to Quantum Leap for like $1 billion.
If 30 is too many for too long, I don't see anything for an hour and 15 fucking minutes. If Charlotte started out first, I don't want to see her for an hour and 15 minutes if it means going through 29 other women.
He's getting like a total makeover.
And Alexa Bliss and Kiana James. And
Kiana James. That's great.
He wants to look like Helmut Kruger.
I've seen her on some SmackDown matches, but it's the first time she really impressed me. She looked great in there.
Well, you gotta remember that after I've seen the Big Rumble, and the Big Rumble wasn't very big, I'm also zoning out on a lot of this. But
you're just hating everything. This is awful.
Kruger's like a really famous model, and apparently like he's Portman's biggest idol.
It's me. Let's go with some of your favorites are coming. Come on, let's
when I mention this list of names, I want you to stop me. When I get to someone that you think should be in a main event pay-per-view match just on their own, not because they're part of just a megalopolis of fucking people in the match, but on their own, who needs to be
main eventers?
Big-time main event match.
Right now.
Charlotte.
Are you saying right now, or do I predict this for the future for this person?
No, right now. Who's a main eventer? And somebody that it's a goddamn $100 million fucking fair show, right? It's a premium outfit all around.
This will surely be a blow to the syndicate.
Watch them for an hour.
Get back to the safe house.
Who needs
I'll
to
be
be in it? Charlotte Flair. Yes or no?
Main eventer, yes.
Alexa Bliss.
Not for me, but WWE's used her as a main eventer, and their fans seem to react to her and her silliness.
Kiana James. Excellent showing here or no?
Excellent showing here, but not a main eventer.
Okay,
Say the word.
Unfortunately, they've used her as a main eventer. I wouldn't.
Okay.
Not a main eventer.
Lola Vice.
Not currently a main eventer.
Candy LaRue.
Not a main eventer.
Jordan Grace. Dump some people. The jury may be out.
Jury out. She was main event in NXT.
Yes, bodyguard.
TNA. So, anything you would say?
Okay, but at the same point, we're 8 in already. Becky Lynch. That's a gimme. Saul Ruka. You asked about old Saul.
I would say no right now. I think she's going to be, but we're talking about right now, she's not a main event.
Well, yeah, they're clearly pushing her toward that point, and she's very vivacious, blonde.
Impressive work. Let me know when you're ready for your next assignment.
Gymnastics, and that's... I hate that fucking little flip she does in the corner because it's so preposterous. I mean, it just defies logic, and your eyes go, what's up? How would that work? And that's why she's doing it, because it's different, but it's fake, but she don't care it's fake, because she's in the new generation, and she's a gymnast, and she thinks everybody thinks it's supposed to be cool, and it doesn't matter if it's fake. But having said that, I don't think she has completely natural wrestling instincts yet of any kind, so I would suggest that she's still going to be green for a while, and hopefully she'll get it, but she's not one of these girls like a Becky Lynch that wanted to be a wrestler from a young age, from what I can deduce. Anyway, back to, we got like 3 main eventers in the first 10. Roxanne Perez.
But you said honor with something, so that's yeah, judgment.
Model girl. I don't care if they put 18 belts on her or how they push her. She is a lost ball in high weeds, and I do not want to watch her in a wrestling ring. And Natalia, best worker in the bunch, but not exactly. It's this person's going to set the gate on fire.
And I like her as a heel, like what they're doing with her right now.
Liv Morgan.
Main eventer, absolutely.
Main eventer.
One of the biggest stars in the entire company.
I'll give it to you. Lash Legend.
Not a main eventer.
Let's go back to the talk show. Selena Vega.
Not a main eventer.
Rochelle stopped by on her way from Milan to Vince. Pushing her.
I would say she's a main eventer, actually.
I would be willing to entertain the prospect.
I think they're using her so well right now. I think she's a main eventer.
We're already halfway in. We got better than halfway. We got 5. Chelsea Green is the Buddy Landell of the roster. She's just swell and entertaining. Julia.
That's complicated. I think they want her to be a main eventer. There was a main eventer in NXT. They quickly brought her up, and she's doing that tag stuff with Kiana James.
You know what, Mama Cornette, you say about wanting, don't you? You want in one hand and ship the other one, see which one's going to fill up first.
I'm going to stick with the hand with the want, I think, and the hand with the shit.
There you go. And then number 20, Io Sky.
Main eventer.
And again, I would watch, but then we get number 21, Oscar.
Main eventer.
22, Rhea Ripley, now just pissed.
Main eventer, one of the biggest stars in the company. She may have gotten the biggest pop of anyone coming out for this.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. She's an international yacht broker from Toulon, France. She's a superstar. She would have got a fucking huge pop if they had a goddamn match with her and one of the other main eventers. They could have gone 20 minutes tops. But nevertheless, they have turned her again. I say it the other day. Instead of this star of a Tarantino movie, she's become the big buddy to the little buddy of a Japanese Gilligan.
What was it? Did you notice her nose was painted red? Rhea had a weird look. I don't give a crap. Some people are like, well, it's a reference to some horror movie. I don't give a shit. She came out there with her nose was white.
Yes,
she was white. It wasn't a mess.
It matched her eyes, but I didn't know what the fuck her eyes looked like. I'm assuming like you are, like you said, that it was some homage to some kind of movie that we're too old and white to know about. But it wasn't a good, no, I don't want to see her in the middle of all this shit. And then Bailey. Bailey came out.
I would say main eventer, although they don't always use her that way. You can always put her in a main event and it works, and she works in a main eventer.
Well, yes, but Jane Wayne Gacy. Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella.
Not just main event, legend.
Yeah.
All-time legend. Hall of Famer.
There are many things that are legends. Legends that they existed before, that stories have been passed down, like goddamn cholera. I don't want to bring it back. Then Lyric. Then Kehlani Jordan. Then Carrie Sane. Then Brie Bella. So they got both Bellas. Now, which Bella has been here and which one had just come back? Because at this point, I'm putting negatives in sleeves. It's just running in the background.
Nikki's been here for a little while. Bree's the one married to Brian Daniels, so she's
Bon
not
voyage.
Yeah, she's allowed to it's counted so she can cheat on the relationship. Right? Because it's across the international date line.
I don't think
that's why they call it the international date line. That's where you cross that line, you can date other people.
This is like a Vegas thing. That's not why they call it the international date line. But let's get back. We have more main eventers.
Welcome to New York. The Syndicate is currently operating in the area. Find them and eliminate them. But be careful. They're on high alert. We don't want them to slip away. Be careful, 47.
And it continued going from there forever. There were people, obviously, that had been eliminated at that point, but they, again, an hour, and almost exactly an hour and 15 minutes from the first entrance to the final, we get to the point of the matter. But in the last 5 minutes, I've jotted down, they've taken Rhea from one of the 5 top stars in the company of any gender.
Dude, I need you to fucking move.
To a member of the women's roster. And, you know, so we got Lash Legend.
Oh, fucking dude, move. Seriously?
I need to ask you a few questions.
And Rhea dumped Lash, okay. And then Rochelle picked Rhea Ripley up in like that choke slam Tejano bomb or whatever. But did you see the choke slam over the top rope to the apron and then the floor? It was somewhat controlled, but still.
But that's not unusual.
Well, fucking
Thank you.
dangerous.
On the apron, so she didn't take the bump on the floor, I guess.
Well, yes, I know that, but sometimes people's aims are off here lately. But besides that, it was just, to me, it was abrupt when the one thing that Pat Patterson would do, and also his original version had 20 guys, but he would not only give the people who needed to make an impact spots built into the match when he laid it out to make an impact, but he would also protect guys and or girls who needed to be protected by making sure that when they got dumped, it wasn't unceremonious, and it was something big or something understandable or suited the fucking moment. And yes, you know, it's nice that Rochelle dumped Rhea because Rochelle is getting the push, but then it was a little abrupt. Okay, boom, here we go. Boom, okay, see you later. And then Liv dumped Rochelle.
Syndicate member
Who
eliminated.
landed on her
Well
feet
done,
and stood
47.
there and stared because they're friends of the Judgment Day. And so that's obviously going to lead to something, but it was a little flat-footed, a little flat. It's like, hey.
You thought so? I didn't think it was that flat.
I think they could have set up where she was, Rochelle was about to really do something big to somebody and let Liv fucking slip in. Here we go.
Hey, just curious in advance, did you fast forward through the men's match at all, or did you see the Brock Lesnar elimination?
Almost, I saw it, although they tried hard to disguise it. Yes, no, I watched the men's Rumble. That's why I was so sick of fucking Royal Rumbles after watching the men's Rumble.
Usually it works the other way. This time it had a negative. I think this is one of those ways WWE gets it right. You should watch these events live. Because if you experience the women's one first, you'll enjoy it. And it won't bother you when you get to the men's one hours later after all those commercials. I wouldn't have really enjoyed this anyway, though. So, because they were down to Liv and Saul and Tiffy, which now we've got 3 blonde cheerleaders in there, and I hate to say this, but Liv would be the experienced veteran. So, all of a sudden it was a bunch of fucking wild blonde hair waving sloppy shit that I don't know what some of them were trying to fucking do. They really can't wrestle, but if you need a cartwheel or a round off or a handspring, boom, they do it, Olympic level. And then they all 3 got on the apron and did the stagey tease fight thing where, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down until Tiffy
Do
knocked
you
Saul
want to
off,
move?
and then Liv knocked Tiffy off, and Liv lived to rumble another day. But I didn't even mention the clothing, but it's, I'm sorry, an hour and 15 minutes of watching girls do spots with each other, just meaninglessly, it tips me over the edge, and especially when they're wearing, now they've got designers working on full-body scuba suits that start at the neck and go all the way to the wrists and the fucking ankles, but at least have some type of design to them that it's not like they would ever wear anything like this on purpose still, but it's like it matches their normal colors. But it's just, yeah, a 10 or 12 girl rumble like the manager's bunkhouse, and then just get to the meat of the matter. They have a big roster of women. They have to do this.
Good. I believe that's yours.
Again, it's good. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. You didn't give it a chance. You didn't give it any chance at all. How many women into the match did you start fast forwarding?
Excuse me?
I just left it. I was kind of listening to see if anybody. She's dead. Otherwise, I was doing chores. Yeah, again, you didn't give it a chance. You watched it and listened until you heard someone had died, and it didn't happen, so you didn't watch. And maybe it was a good luck charm.
Can you move, woman?
As long as I don't pay attention, nobody will get seriously hurt. I thought this was really good. I enjoyed it. I think Saul Ruka is a star. She should have worn a wetsuit like Medusa used to wear before she got to the WWF. They couldn't find any water. Very good point. There goes stuff falling off my desk. Good match, though. And Liv Morgan won, so she gets a title match at WrestleMania. One of the biggest stars in the company. I thought it was a lot of fun. And there's going to be problems there in the Judgment Day with her and her giant Kevin Nash bodyguard type. And Roxanne. But who are the women's champions currently? Stephanie Becker and Jade Cargill. So which one do you think that Liv Morgan is going to want to fight? And which one she better pick Stephanie, unless she wants to get potatoed, but she'd only have to go about 7 or 8 minutes.
Hey, I saw that.
I think she has to pick Stephanie too, although I worry about the build-up to that match being the fans turning against Stephanie because of Liv. Yeah. Even though she's a heel. How's one going to keep up with the other on the mic or anything? But kind of like handsome Jimmy Valiant as a heel against Joey Rossi. Uh-huh. Boy, no one has put down Joey Rossi on a podcast more in a quarter of the year than Jim Cornette has in the last quarter of the year. But that was the Women's Royal Rumble, and Jim, yes, you didn't really watch it. You wrote down names, you passed judgment on the names, and you asked me to do the same. But what if you had done this in advance? What if you had written down the names and made a pick? And what if I told you that pick could win you some prizes? Maybe then you would have watched the Rumble and paid attention. But either way, there are more things for you to pick in the future. The big game is coming up. Jim, you know what I'm talking about. Our good friends at Prize Picks. I
thought you were talking about me picking my nose. I'll tell you something. I would have made some picks about that if I had skin in the game. Then I'd have paid more attention. If the girls had some skin in the game, I might have paid more attention. But folks, if you got something riding on things,
Good doing
you
business
pay a
with
little
you.
bit more attention. And this week, Prize Picks has got a special max discount for the big game live in the app right now. I'll have you know, from what I'm being told, Drake May just needs one passing yard for the max discount to win. That max discount, of course, brought to you by Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He's spread some of his riches around and sponsored this thing. No association, no sponsorship, let's be clear. I thought that's why they called it the max discount. I guess they'd have called it the MJF discount. Folks, if you download the Prize Picks app right now and you go down there and you make your picks, it's simple to play. You just pick more or less on 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 player stat projections. And if you get your picks right, you can cash in. You can find your community on Prize Picks with the new social feeds feature. You've seen the social feeds feature, Brian. That's where they're getting a lot of people, especially in the wintertime, where the weather's cold. They're getting homeless people and people that need fed together. They're feeding the whole society. It's a social atmosphere. No. And then they go around asking all these people who they think's going to win the big game, and that's how they determine their odds. It's not that sort of social atmosphere. It's the social atmosphere like a Tony Khan burner account. It's online. Well, there's a new feature alert for the folks that Prize Picks now has the early payouts. We've been talking about this. You can get your money before the game even finishes. Of course, once again, you're playing with fire there. If a Hail Mary happens, you're going to have people looking for you for that. But don't buy a home with that money yet. And if you're missing your fantasy team, if the league is already over with Prize Picks, you don't have to wait until next year's draft to keep playing fantasy. You can have a fantasy every night in the privacy of your own home, under the covers, in the dark. They let you play fantasy football every week, even in the playoffs. So pick your favorite players and win when they hit their projections, and you get your fantasy. What baseball players do you like to fantasize about, Brian? I don't fantasize about players. Fantasize is not necessarily the word I would use. Oh, it's the fantasy. But life is just a fantasy. And Aldo Novo will tell you that. So, folks, right now, download the Prize Picks app today and use the code JC. You're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Yeah, it's 10 to 1. You get 10 more than what you put in. Play your first $5 lineup, get $50 in lineups with the code JC at Prize Picks. And then, again, whether it's LeBron or Patrick Mahoney or any of these people that you people fantasize about, well, now you're going to win prizes off of them. Off of the backs of their hard work, you're going to profit. So I hope you people are proud of yourself. And Prize Picks is going to enable your ridiculously evil scheme to make these people make you rich off of their hard work by giving you 10 to 1 when you're playing. I think the whole thing ought to be investigated. No investigations are needed, and again, sometimes the train goes off the tracks, but we can all get back on the train, and maybe they send a ferry or a bus, but how do we get back to where we were going? Oh, it's Princess Day, ladies and gentlemen. You get on the bus, man. And of course, the ferry got on the bus, but we're not talking about that. No, we're not. And what we are talking about is a great deal for the listeners, Jim. The big game coming. Without any further metaphorical funnies.
Head of security suspects your methods of tampering.
Fix app. We got that, right? We know to do that. Because you'll forget. And use the code
6,000 semi-incinerated files we have
lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's the code, the JC. 50 to 5 prospects. It's good to be right. All right. Well, Jim, again, there were lots of matches to make picks on.
Let's continue on here with the Royal Rumble. Gunther versus AJ Styles with his career on the line in a one-on-one match was my favorite thing that I've seen here in the last week or two. Because we had an actual wrestling match amongst guys that could actually wrestle. And the fans there, however many were there, whatever the official total may be, they were into it because they were chanting, "This is awesome," before they locked up, with the bell. And they were, I wish they would have stopped hopping, as a matter of fact, because they were goddamn distracting me. But I don't know how else to say it, but I can see Gunther working any place that I ever watched wrestling. And I can see Gunther working in 1950 in Chicago against Buddy Rogers. If you can see him in black and white and imagine one of those old, the Chicago films, he's timeless. He would work in any territory. There's nothing he does that's the modern blah or that's dated in any way. It's just he's a serious athlete who doesn't do funny ha-ha and has logical fucking matches. Whether it's the big heavy hands or the goddamn cardio that he's got where he stays involved in shit. I've said he looked like Gene Kaniski. But you can see him working it in Florida in 1980, right? Same shit he's doing now with somebody else, from the territory at that time, or the Carolinas in the 70s, or whatever. And AJ is not, John Cena or Steve Austin as far as level of star power at the box office, but he's been there a long time, and so they treat him as a main event guy, and considering that, and he can fucking work, and he's still athletic enough that he can do shit. And I mean, I made a lot of notes on the back and forth, and it just sounded like a boring play-by-play, but they had a wrestling match. AJ takes a hell of a backdrop. When is the last time you saw somebody just take a fucking backdrop? I can't tell you the last match I saw that didn't have somebody diving over the top rope out on the floor like a fucking idiot. But I can't remember the last time I saw somebody take a backdrop. The most basic, common pro wrestling move in the history of pro wrestling moves. But they didn't have to do ridiculous shit here, and they didn't need furniture. And Gunther, obviously, is the big guy that stayed on AJ and was physically dominant most of the time, but AJ would have anything from a hope spot to a small comeback before Gunther would take back over. And then AJ can fight from underneath again, but then AJ gets his calf crusher hold, and Gunther gets the sleeper. And they start kicking it up and start getting some 2 counts. But again, they escalated the level of the conflict, and toward the point of time where they were almost done, Gunther was just in the vicious heat going, and just chopping the shit out of him in the corner. Pow, pow. And the referee be checking him, and he's selling, and the fans are chanting, "Let's go, AJ!"
Quarter they threw at me.
And Gunther would let up, and then AJ would fight back. That's wrestling. Jesus, it's not hard to figure out. And when Gunther caught sleeper, AJ fought up. Gunther took him back down. And AJ tried to get to the ropes, but he couldn't.
Account, which netted the bank a cold
And
$10
he
million.
passed out. And the only thing, honestly, that I didn't like about this match was, and it fits Gunther, I know, and that's why I give it a pass, as it wasn't just completely bullshit. But there's so many modern finishes that are just stationary finishes. It, like I said, it worked better here than most, but I'm not a fan because it's especially flat when the heel wins that way. And you may be, I know they're trying to be like mixed martial arts and build the tension. Now he's in the submission hold. Is he going to tap or is he going to whatever? Is he going to tap? But goddamn it, I miss the days when you could get either that elation of the babyface winning 1, 2, 3 when it was called for, or the fucking hope of the babyface until with the fans until the last second he's gonna win it, and then the heel takes it right out from under him 1, 2, 3, and I dash their hopes. It's like, oh. With these stationary finishes, is he gonna tap? Is he not? Will he make the ropes? Whatever. Yes, he can build some drama, but also people have time to see it coming. And when you see it coming, whether it's what you want to see or what you don't want to see, you reconcile yourself to it enough to where that it's not a big explosion either way. It's more like a foregone conclusion that you figured 10 seconds ago was going to take place. Does that make any sense? It makes sense. It is a standard finish at this point that we're seeing more and more. Moxley's so are 4 ways and 3 ways and fucking, everything else they over fucking do. And it actually, if somebody was going to do it, I'd have Gunther be the one to do it. And so again, it fits him, but it's always now. But nevertheless, a clear babyface, a clear heel, both main event guys, both could fucking work. Both were serious about what they did. Both were hitting hard in the same places. And stiff and emotional with their work. And it went 25 minutes, but it didn't seem like it because it wasn't guys just doing shit to each other over and over at 100 miles an hour and kicking out of everything and lacking in logic. It was a fucking little ride there we took from the beginning to the end. So this was my favorite thing. And Sammy and Drew will talk about
Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch.
I didn't suck pond